Hillary of Creative Faith, and today I am doing a process video in my new book, The ABCs of Christmas. I have a video that I'll link in the description box below that talks all about this book and what the inside looks like and how you can order it. But today I wanted to show you one of the pages I did on the inside and then do a process video on another one of the pages. So the book starts off with having a blank spot to write out your goals for the Christmas season. And so I have it broken out mentally and emotionally, spiritually and physically. And I first stamped out those words, and then I used different stamps and pen to journal them out. But before I did that, I wrote out a prayer, and I used this technique. My friend Bethany she has a YouTube video and a blog about how to add a tip-in with a spiral binding, and so I followed her technique and added this little prayer in. So the front is a prayer for the whole book itself, for me and for others, and then the back side is a prayer that I wrote before I did my goal setting. And so then I stamped all these out, and then it was kind of too cluttered for me and I wanted a little more organization, so then I added the numbers so that I could easily see the different goals that I have for these different areas of my life. And then I added some fun washi tape along the top and the bottom and a tab. And so I worked on this, and it just kind of helped me prepare my heart for this Christmas season. And so now I'm actually not going to do it in order. I'm going to start on H for hospitality. I have been thinking a lot about this lately, and so this is kind of the page God put on my heart. You guys can really do the inside pages in any order. The only thing I would recommend is probably starting with A, because it talks about starting on the Christmas journey, and ending with Z, because that talks about resting at the end of holidays. But the inside pages are not in any particular order besides the alphabet, but it doesn't really matter how you guys do those. And you can see the pages are thicker, which I mentioned in my first video, and I used VersaFine black ink for all of my stamping, and you'll see that I have a little tiny bit of bleed through and a little bit of shadowing, but nothing bad at all. So that's awesome that the pages are thicker for that. So now I'm going to put you guys on fast forward and do a process video on this spread. So I am using the two things you guys see on the edges, a thing of stickers on the right hand side and a paperback on the left hand side that I picked up at Tuesday morning. I'm using those as inspiration for this page. There are on the sticker sheet 3 sets of adorable houses, and in the paper pack there is a sheet of paper that has a ton of really cute A-frames and houses. And so those were my inspiration for this page, and I got to use them on the page also. And there's kind of a minty color that I pulled from. And I don't have very many things that are mint, but I do have a big brush marker. And so this is one of my favorite techniques that you guys have probably seen before on my YouTube channel. And I just put it on plastic, got it wet, and smushed it down. So this is the adorable paper pack. It's from, I think it's called Snow and Cocoa, and I love hot chocolate, so that was kind of other reason why I got it. And so I'm just cutting out a little slip of paper to use as an outline, kind of a border on the page. So God has been teaching me a lot about hospitality lately and what it means to open my home and share with others. It can sometimes be hard to do that. Selfishly, right? We don't want to spend the time or money to open our home to others, but God calls us to do that. And in the devotion I wrote, I was kind of pondering Mary and Elizabeth. They were both pregnant at the same time, and Mary runs off to Elizabeth's house. They were family, but I can't imagine being Elizabeth and being pregnant in old age and having a house guest stay with me. that is just kind of a crazy story. But what a beautiful example for all of us, that we also, just like Elizabeth, need to open our homes and kind of sacrifice our comfort in order to serve those around us. So this is just a theme that's been popping up in podcast episodes and in my daily life and in books I'm reading, and I think God's trying to tell me something. So I was excited to get to journal this page. You'll see I added the adorable little house stickers. That sticker set is one of my favorite things I picked up in a recent Tuesday morning trip. And so I just think they really add a good visual for this page. Now, this is my favorite alphabet stamp. It's by Sweet and Sassy Stamps, and I'll put a link in the description box below to the stamp set so you guys can check it out. It was hand lettered by my friend Rebecca, and when I don't want to take the time to hand letter out a word or phrase, I love using these stamps. The hand lettering cursive is really simple and easy to line up exactly to make your own words, and this is hands down my very favorite alphabet stamp. And so I'm using a different big brush marker to color the letters, and I am journaling out the verse that I reference, 1 Peter 4:9, that talks about showing hospitality without grumbling. And especially around the holidays, we'll have Thanksgiving coming up, and then Christmas. It is challenging to not grumble, but that is totally what God calls us to do. So I am pulling out a dollar spot section from Michael's wooden alphabet stamp, and off camera I did hospitality without grumbling there on the page. I did not think you guys wanted to watch me play around with stamping and inking all of those letters, so I did that part off camera. Now I'm using another one of Sweet and Sassy stamps. This set I got when I went to their retreat in Georgia in the end of September, and I have a whole video with pictures and things from that event, and so I'll be sure to link that video in the description box below. But this was a stamp set that we got in our swag bag, and so it matched the theme of the weekend, which was Praise Him. But I love these little hearts because I think that really helps remind me that showing hospitality is a way that we love others. And then this stamp set that you see me using actually comes from the same brand of the paper pack I use. So this is the same exact snowflake that is in the background of those papers. And so I used the big snowflake to stamp on the page, and then I also later on use a tiny little snowflake star. But it just kind of adds a cool border to the page. And then now I'm writing out a little prayer. Sometimes I think I get caught up in trying to fill the whole page with things, but I love how this page turned out. It is simple and a great reminder for all of us. So be sure to subscribe to the Creative Faith YouTube channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and let me know in the comments below, how are you guys doing with showing hospitality to those around you? Don't forget to head to the link in the description box below to purchase this devotion book. I'm excited to see all that God's going to do in and through it, and I will see you guys in the next video.